Dear aspirant, we learnt in the last video how IMF came into existence and what its purpose is. In today's video, we will know what is the eligibility criteria for any currency to join the SDR basket of IMF and what is the benefit to the country whose currency is declared worthy for this basket. Friend, we learned in the last video that the IMF is an international organization of 190 countries. It plays an important role in maintaining the balance of payments in the world and thus maintaining the financial stability in the world. The country which is wallowing in poverty or the country which is suffering from an epidemic or pandemic or any natural calamity is provided with fund on a quota basis by IMF at a very low interest rate of only 1 to 2% for a short term period. It also provides funds to those countries which have to raise basic infrastructure. In short, the objective of IMF is to end the poverty of the world. Now the question arises whether the IMF has reduced the poverty of the world. Is any country still hungry? The reality is very horrible. Even after 76 years of the formation of the IMF, about 1.89 billion people are still poor in the world, which is about 36% of the entire world population. It shows that poverty has not gone away from the world as yet. Therefore, you can see for yourself how much its relevance is there. Well friend, let's learn how the currency of a country can join the SDR basket of IMF and what does it mean for the currency of that country. Friend, in fact, SDR is the basket of 5 currencies, which is the denominator of the fund allocated to a country in need by the IMF on a quota basis. All the 5 currencies determine the value of an SDR. The IMF assesses its fund in SDR or else in US dollars. The price of one SDR is 1.5 times higher than $1 at present. That is, the price of one SDR is close to $0.70. But the US dollar has a veto. That is to say, America has such a right without the consent of which no change can take place in the function of the IMF. Please see our previous videos for detailed information. Well, you must know that SDR is not a currency. Therefore, you will not find its name anywhere in the currency list of the world. We have also known that SDR includes currencies of those countries which are economically powerful, such as America, Britain, European Union, Japan and China. Okay, China's currency yuan or renminbi was included in the SDR basket in the year 2015 as it fulfilled the eligibility criteria set by the IMF. Now the question arises, what are the eligibility criteria to join SDR? Friend, one thing is clear, that only the currency of economically powerful countries can join the SDR basket of IMF. However, the IMF has laid 2 eligibility criteria for the inclusion of any currency in its SDR basket. China's currency renminbi was included in the SDR basket very recently in the year 2015. We will understand these criteria taking China as an example. Friend, the first eligibility criterion is the export criterion, in which the country of that currency must be among the top exporting countries in the world. The BOP record, that is to say the balance of payment record of that country, must have had a strong base. If you understand it in simple words, then BOP means the difference in inflow and outflow of money in a country. If the country has less inflow of money than its outflow, it will not be considered eligible for the SDR basket of the IMF. All the 5 currencies have managed to establish their market all over the world. The larger the market of any currency in the world market, the stronger it will be considered. Let's understand this in the case of China. As of 2015, China's exports were 11.36% of all the world's total exports, which were more than the global export share of any country. Now, you will be curious to know how India's position was there in the year 2015. Friend, India's global export share was just 2%, which shows the poor ranking in the list. China's GDP growth rate was more than 7% in the year 2015, although India's GDP growth too was more than 7% that year. China has been exporting more than imports, but India still imports more than the average exports. And because of this, its currency is not yet as strong. But the situation with China is the opposite. China exports more and imports less. Simultaneously, China has been part of the IMF's SDR system since 1970. However, India has also been so. Now let's know what the second eligibility criterion to join SDR basket. Friend, the second eligibility is that the currency must play an important role in the international transactions. China met all these criteria, and due to this, the renminbi of this country was able to qualify for this basket. India is still moving forward, but it will take some time. Now let's know the importance of being a part of SDR basket. Friend, it is a simple thing that joining the SDR basket means that the country is very economically powerful. Its currency is quite popular, and the more a country is strengthened by the economic situation, the more its influence will be there on the world. At the international level, its role in decision making becomes important at every level. Thus, friend, this is all about the eligibility criteria for inclusion in the IMF's SDR basket, and how being included in SDR basket matters a lot for any country, for the currency of any country. Hope you have understood this quite well. Thank you for watching.